That blanket that I have on him is like 20 years old.
There's some pretty nice ones. Ooh.
Manly, can you just hold still for a second, bud? Oh.
You relax. He's got a big freaking heart right there, though. Like, it's huge. He's gonna hate me. I'm trying to just put my weight into it. I know. You have a big knot. You have a big knot. Let's do it till we're done.
There we go. That feel good? Oh.
You got heat there, too.
Put your foot down. Yeah, that feels good, huh?
Oh, heat, a lot of heat. Why do we smell skunk?
I don't know. I'm smelling it all morning, too. Probably have a fox. They smell kind of skunky, and they pass through, and they pee on everything. Oh.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, watch your feet. He's usually really good about standing still.
Not today.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
There's my foot.
Yeah, watch your toe. There we go. Good boy.
My big will be throbbing now.
So I broke up with my boyfriend on New Year's Eve.
How long were you together?
A year.
Why?
Like a year and a couple months. He was getting like worse and worse behavior-wise with like when we had disagreements, he was not kind and like, I don't know. He had a lot of growing up to do, and I'm kind of done dating guys that like need to be fixed.
Yeah.
So I broke up with him and I went on my first date since then on Thursday night.
Yeah.
It was awful.
What do you mean it was awful?
So bad. So I told him that we could meet at Iron Hill in Westchester.
Yeah.
And he said that he would like call ahead and make sure that we could get a table.
Yeah.
He didn't call ahead and make sure we get a table, so we had to go to the social instead, where I've never been. He was wearing like a suit. Like we were just going to a bar. Like it's just a bar. He's wearing a suit, and he had reserved like one of the like private tables that are made for like 15 people to sit in.
Yeah.
It was like a booth.
Yeah.
He ordered food before I got there. And he didn't like it. He ordered goat cheese stuffed chicken wings. I hate goat cheese. Like, goat cheese isn't one of those foods that you just, like, everybody eats. And you like, if it were regular wings, totally, yeah. But you don't buy anything with goat cheese in it and think that, like, oh, yeah, it'll be great. So that was weird. And he talked about himself the entire time.
Oh.
He talked about himself the entire time. He is a juvenile corrections officer, and he thinks that is, like, the shit.
Oh, he's one of those people.
And he really thought he was, like, the greatest thing since sliced bread. And he didn't ask me a single question about myself the entire time at all.
Oh,
It was, and literally, so I kept getting calls from work.
Yeah.
And at one point, I just was like, I think I'm going to go home. I have to help my friend with this thing at work. And then I'm probably going to go home because I have work in the morning. And I, got up, put my coat on, got up, and left.
Yeah.
He didn't even, get up to say goodbye. He just was like, okay, cool, bye. Oh, it was awful. I think that we would not have spoken unless I kept asking him questions about himself. And he only wanted to talk about himself. He was also conservative, and I just kind of,
I can't deal with people that are self-employed. I can have a pretty good conversation, but but I have to do all the talking and asking you. I just not talk. I just sit there in silence. I don't care. I won't make it the most awkward thing ever.
Tried to give him the opportunity. I asked him a question that he could have asked me back. And he didn't. He didn't. So I was just like, whatever, never mind. I'll just.
It's funny. I was single. I had 2 abusive relationships. My last one was 2 years ago. It was really bad. I was on for a year and a half off asleep and something that gave me 3-year birth control, really bad medicine. That's why I'm
birth
fat.
control's awful. I'm done with birth control.
I know, so I'm fat. I'm trying to lose weight still.
Yeah, it's hard. Once you gain it, it's hard to get rid of it.
He locked in a room. He started hitting me. Remember the one night he got drunk and pushed me down the stairs. He force fed me. And I remember when I came home 2 years ago, I was 385. Now I'm down to 307 now. Which is good because I'm dropping it slowly because I don't have loose skin, but it's awful. So I stayed single for 2 years and now I'm kind of in a relationship now.
Yeah? Is he nice?
Oh my god. He has my heart.
That's cute.
He's so nice. And he tells me every morning, good morning, how did you sleep? Consistently every day. His name is Thomas Shields. The only problem is I just found out that his parents are deaf, both of them.
So you learned sign language.
I know, basically.
Yeah. What are you doing, Jake?
He's such a sweet boy.
That's good.
Yeah, but he's religious and he's just a good person. I'm just and I have so much baggage. And his parents are religious and I have tattoos. I have hair. I don't know.
Lots of people that are religious have tattoos. I'm pretty sure my pastor has a tattoo or 2.
Every time I work on a horse, their stomach starts don't poop with me. No, I'm so happy.
That's good.
And I have BPD, which is borderline personality disorder. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
So,
Izzy, I've known you for since you were
8.
Since you were 8 or 9.
Yeah, so that's what the issue that I have.
Yeah.
So I go through these episodes, and I've already had 2 episodes on it. And it's it's okay. I completely understand.
That's good.
And I'm honest, and I catch myself now because I'm older and I can catch myself. It's not me.
Are you on medication for it?
I'm on Geodon and then I'm on an antidepressant.
See, both of those help you recognize because they don't stop your disorganized thoughts and stuff, but they definitely help you recognize them a lot of the time.
That is at that point I don't really have I'm more here now. I'm finally at a stable place. The only problem that I have now is borderline personality disorder is it's a lot like bipolar, but bipolar you only go through being really depressed or really manic.
Yeah.
BPD you go through every single emotion possible and it's exhausting. On top of that, I have an anxiety disorder. So I know as a kid I was so awkward. I didn't know what to say. It was awful.
Yeah. You're just you're good because you're I've met so many people with borderline who are manipulative, and you're not, and that's always good. That helps you with the social aspect. But yeah, I started.
I'm a bitch when it comes to it. The only problem that I have is I'm intolerant. I don't tolerate BS well at all. And I can catch you right on, and then I call you out on that. I'm not I'm calling people out on their stuff.
Sometimes that's a good thing though.
People don't like it.
No, well, people can deal.
I worked hard to get to this stable place, which is why I decided to go back to college.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm at a stable place with my anxiety and everything. He's doing better.
He's definitely enjoying it. He's just.
Yeah, I know where his stomach going.
He's Mr. Uptight, so.
I know.
Can you not?
Ooh.
Sir? Jake. Come on. He knows what he's doing. Come on.
I'm choking so.
No, Jake. Go away.
Hey, Bob, watch this.
I'm gonna shut the door. Back up, Jake.
Yeah, so I'm like really happy with this guy that I'm meeting, so it's really nice.
That's good.
And my mom's happy. She thinks he's a good person, which is a good thing because my last ex did not get along with my parents at all.
Yeah. Well, it's understandable.
But my mom really likes this guy, so that's good. But like, he's nerve-wracking because Tom, he has 5 brothers and 2 sisters.
Wow.
Yeah, I could not. Really, I don't know. He's really insecure because he has a birthday form and he really has 4 fingers on one hand. He's really insecure about it.
Does he have a thumb?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
That's unusual.
He has look at that. Huh. They're fused.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he has that. I haven't really looked at it. Maybe he does. You know, these 2 like are fused. These 2. So
Okay.
It's like that.
Yeah,
He's so insecure about it. I was like, I don't mind. You don't understand it. But the basic about it is like I showed like when we first FaceTimed when we started talking, I think we talked for like 2 weeks and then we FaceTimed. And I showed him on FaceTime, like, this is what I look like. This is my body. I'm overweight. I'm working on it. I've lost a lot so far, and I'm still working on it. And part of that's great. If you're gonna just ghost me after this, then just do it now because I don't like keep exerting effort. So then he actually continued talking. He was like, "No, I'm with you for you, not your body."
that's good. He sounds like a really nice guy.
He's a good person.
Yeah. I need to find one of those. I'm talking to a guy who was born in Egypt.
Ooh.
He was born in Egypt. He moved here, so like I guess he came here originally with his family to like get them settled, and then he ended up never leaving.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I was like, "Would you ever move back to Egypt?" And he was like, "No, my life." He was like, "My life is here." And he seems really nice. I'm having like late lunch with him this afternoon. And then I started talking to a guy who works for a bomb squad for the military, and he seems very nice. Like I've been talking to him all morning, and I really enjoyed talking to him. But like I talk to like 2 guys at a time usually. And like usually neither works out and I end up doing nothing. But it's weird because I'm still working with my ex. Like, we're partners in the ambulance together. It's kind of weird. Like, we don't hate each other. He definitely has some, like, resentment because I dumped him and he, like, wanted to marry me. So there's a little bit of resentment.
My ex keeps trying to come back. He actually tried to meet another Snapchat account again to try to add me back. I just ignored him at this point. Because he's harassed me. He went to, because I have friends that work at old places that I used to work at. And they're like, hey, your ex just came here looking for you. So.
Yeah.
But that's gotta be awkward.
It's weird. And, like, part of it is, like, I broke up with Jorge because I didn't think that he and I would work out together, not because I don't find him attractive.
Yeah.
I definitely find him attractive, and that's difficult for me.
Yeah.
So.
Has it been 15 minutes?
Almost.
Yeah, I got an IUD for that.
I'm getting one of those in March. Did you get a hormonal one or the copper one?
I don't get the copper one. They were good for 10 years though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm getting because the hormonal one I don't want to get because it gives you the same problem with weight gain.
I have the moringa.
Yeah.
I like it. Part of my problem is that I like to drink and I like to smoke and then I get the munchies before bed.
But the hormonal birth control, like just because it's not the pills, it can still affect your weight loss, so that might also be a factor.
I will say that I have not had issues with it. I've had it for 2 years now. I have not had any issues with it.
Yeah.
Like, it just hasn't made me eat more or less or anything like that.
But being on birth control, that helps with your BPD, right?
Yeah, I guess.
It helps regulate it a little bit more. Can you not? Thanks. Watch.
Is he biting you?
Yep.
Why?
It's just what he does. I don't know.
I mean,
He's not being mean.
I think therapy, though, having an on-call therapist, like she's on call for me at any time.
That's good.
So
Does your insurance pay for that?
Yeah. And my insurance covers it, so it's only $9.
You're on your dad's insurance. Yeah, that's why. Military insurance is bomb.
He has Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. When I'm 26, I get off of that. I can't be on insurance, which is going to suck for me.
Yeah, not unless you stay a dependent.
And I'm not a reason independent. Hi, my dude. Hi, my dude. Can you not do that?
Why he does that? You're 15.
Huh? Okay.
You're 15
Okay,
minutes.
go to the other side then.
Is this mud?
Yeah.
No, it's dust.
I could not imagine working at Evo with my ex. Oh my god.
Oh, it can be, like, when we first broke up, it was bad. Like, I was, like, crying every shift because he just wouldn't be nice watching toes.
Yeah.
But it's not that bad now. Like, we're, like I said, we don't hate each other. And, like, I've made it clear with him that I'm, like, moving on, and he's definitely moved on. So for now, we're good.
For now.
Yeah, but there was...
He tries to get back with
So,
you.
no, he hasn't. We had an incident where I had the second shot for the COVID vaccine, and I got really, really sick the next day.
Yeah.
Like, I had, like, a fever, and I felt awful. And I had gone to work, and I ended up leaving early. But before I left early, I was sleeping, like, all morning. And apparently, while I was sleeping, he was going through my phone. And I was talking to a guy, and he, like, read those text messages, and, like, he's been cheated on in his past relationships.
Yeah.
So I think, like, in his mind, it was probably 2 weeks after I broke up with him, that he read these text messages, and it was a week after I started talking to that guy who I hadn't met up with. Like, I literally had just been texting him.
Yeah.
But Jorge, like, assumed that I must have been talking to this guy before I broke up with him.
Yeah.
And so in his mind, I, like, cheated on him, and he was really angry with me about that, even though, like, that wasn't what happened.
Yeah.
So we had a huge fight over that. And I ended up, he ended up getting mad enough that he, like, we had talked about, like, he and I continuing to work together because we make a good team at work.
Yeah.
So we were talking about continuing to work together. Well, that, like, thing where he went through my cell phone was kind of, like, the last straw for both of us. And so he called our, like, supervisor, because we had talked about, like, if we were going to switch partners, we had a plan so that, like, everything could stay professional.
Yeah.
He didn't follow the plan because he was angry. So he called our supervisor and basically was like, I need a new partner. And, like, just basically was like, I don't like working with Jessica anymore. Instead of, the plan was that he was going to call and let them know that he needed to change his schedule because he was starting medic school. And that was going to be the reason, so that everything could stay professional. He didn't do that. So he's made things really weird at work.
Yeah, that would also tick me off.
Yeah.
I would get really upset about something like that. This is why I don't date people from work, and there's a guy that has a major crush on me, and now he's like he's obviously bipolar. I swear to God, and I don't want to deal with it. And he's upset because I have a boyfriend now. He didn't ask me.
The guy you
out.
work with?
He's my manager. He's 19.
Don't date your
he's
manager.
19, and he's a front-end manager.
Yeah, don't date your
But
manager.
it's not my problem. Like, if you don't ask me out, then it's not my problem. Like, and now he's upset. It's like, oh.
The fact that he's upset that you have a boyfriend when he didn't do anything that he obviously wanted to do is, like, a red flag. Like, even if you broke up with your boyfriend, I wouldn't go out with him.
I'm the only thing that triggers that kid. I call him a kid because he doesn't handle his emotions.
Yeah.
And he asked me personal information. It's, like, so uncomfortable. It's like, you're not my boyfriend. You're not friend. You don't talk to me outside of work. Like, you're not on that level with me. You don't have a right to be in my business like this.
No, that's a red flag.
Like, when I was talking to, like, I have customers that give me gifts, like, because we have each other on Facebook, or, like, for their regular customers. So the one girl that obviously has a crush on me, she came in and, like, he can't stand her. They literally told me, I don't want you talking to her. He literally told me that, I don't want you talking to her. Like, we're not even dating. You're like...
Yeah, that's controlling and bad. No,
He told me, I like that we're toxic. And
That's unhealthy.
And then at one point he was like, I love your personality, I love how open you are, but then he wouldn't ask me out, so he's like mixed signals.
Yeah. It sounds like he has mommy issues and that I should stay away from him.
Mommy issues?
Yeah.
I heard daddy issues. I don't know what mommy issues are.
Same as daddy issues, except they're caused by your mother. Guys are most likely to have mommy issues.
And the bad part, like last week, I rejected him. Which is why he's like being a bitch to me now.
Yeah.
Because the other night, I'm like, why do you have to be in my space all the time? I'm my business, like, it's awful. He literally was like, maybe it's because I love you. I'm like, whoa. I literally said, whoa, the fuck? This is literally what I told him. Like, you don't just casually tell somebody that.
Yeah. No, he sounds like he's got some issues.
Yeah. So uncomfortable using my business. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so late. And he's like, what are these for? Why do you need these? I was like, I'm so annoyed.
Yeah.
I don't like going to work because of him now.
That's understandable.
And then I don't know what his mood's going to be, and he takes it out of me too. Nobody else like me. And then it's to the point that
He pooped right before he came out here. He should be
the other
good.
girls notice too. It's like, he always has to try to talk to you. He always try to act super tough. He always tries to talk to you. He always tries to notice you and stuff like that. It's like, toxic. And he didn't start this until he turned 8. I think he's 18 because he turned 18 in October.
Okay.
But like, he didn't act like this until he turned 18 towards me. Like, he didn't acknowledge me at all until he turned 18.
It's weird. He sounds like a weirdo.
All the girls there saying that he has me pinned on his Snapchat. And then
I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, it keeps him at the top of the list.
Yeah.
And it's like sort of like a subscription. But and then he has an obsession apparently.
That's unhealthy.
He walks out to my car at 10 o'clock at night when I get off my shift and gets jumped.
Oof. That's when you buy
Yeah, get
pepper
buddy.
spray.
I don't like talking to people. I try to stay away from that shit. And it's probably because like with BPD you like pain. You like pain a lot more. It's not emotional, physical, whatever pain you get. So like the only reason why I'm attracted to Hire is because he's toxic. It's like the only quality.
Yeah.
Cause that's only because of my VPs and like my mind tells me that's what you don't want. So.
Buddy, you've lost a good bit of weight. That's a good thing though, because you were really fat. He looks good now. He was fat. The vet was like, yeah, he could stand to lose like 50 pounds. And I was like, cool, because that's, look at that. I was like, that's the goal. He looks good now. Perfect. We'll just keep you on the diet you're on.
What do you have him on?
3/4 scoop of strategy twice a day. That's it.
I like strategy. I like Ultium too, but I feel like when you're not in high performance and you have them on Ultium, it makes it
Yeah,
really
it's got a lot
too.
of sugar in it.
It keeps them really hyped too.
Yeah. So this guy is a super picky eater. He's my hard keeper.
Yeah.
He's a picky eater.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like extruded feeds. So like any senior, any like performance feed, he doesn't like them. He will literally refuse them. He also isn't a big fan of hay. So like he's my really, really picky eater. I have a hard time keeping him fed. So like I've had people online like yell at me for what I'm feeding him because it has such a high NSC level.
Yeah.
But I have to give it to him because he refuses to eat any feed that isn't pelleted, and it has to be high calorie. And Neutrina's Safe Choice Perform is the only high calorie pelleted food I've been able to find that they sell in this area.
How many minutes are we at?
24. Almost done. He's such a good boy. See how he like once he gets like acclimated, he stands still. He's not really a big fan of being touched in general, so it's his.
He's doing pretty good right now.
Yeah. He thinks I have treats in my pocket.
I got a problem. I like Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
It's got a lot of sugar in it.
Oh no, I get mine with Splenda.
Yeah. Splenda's still sugar.
Yeah.
Your body still uses it the same way it uses
I
sugar.
go 3 times a day to get coffee. It's a problem.
Yeah.
My friend got in my car and saw all those empty coffee cups. She's like, I think you got a problem.
Yeah.
3 times a day is a little bit. I have a caffeine. I think it's a caffeine addiction because on top of the
Probably.
3 coffees, I get 3 large coffees a day. Then I drink about 4 monsters.
Okay, yeah, you have a caffeine problem.
I
Do you
like-
sleep?
I sleep. Well, yeah, I smoke before bed and then I sleep.
Len, can you not chew that? Thanks. She's chewing on the bungee
Yeah, I've
cord.
been smoking less and drinking less, which is probably why I'm
That's
talking late
good.
again.
Yeah.
I've just been so tired lately because I overbooked myself. So I'm exhausted. So, but I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. Next. Or Sunday.
Yeah, I have Tuesday, Thursday off next week, and then I work the weekend, and I work then I'm off Monday.
Yeah, my schedule comes out weekly. So, but because of the way my schedule's set up, I'll be okay financially this week.
That's good. Yeah, I have a set rotating schedule, so like it's always the same, but it rotates. So I'm off this weekend, and I work
The next.
Monday, and then I work the next Monday, I work the next weekend, but I have off Monday.
Yeah.
So I work every other weekend and every other
That's what
Monday.
My boyfriend works overnights.
Yeah. I worked an overnight shift like a month ago, and I hated it. I'll never do that ever again.
My boyfriend's trying to get overtime right now. But he works for a pharmaceutical company that makes the glass vials. So,
Those glass vials are cool. I use those at work all the time. I like the ampules that you break open.
yeah. He works hard. He works normally 7:30 to 7:30.
Yeah, I work 6:30 to 6:30.
Yeah.
And I work in Westchester, so I have to get up at 4:45 in the morning so I can shower and go to work. It's awful.
Yeah, I would not. My dad gets up every day at what is it, 2 a.m. Plays on humid for like 15, 20 minutes, takes a shower and goes to work. But now he's working from home because his job won't let him work because of his cancer.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has no immune system and they don't want to risk him because there's only one other person in the world that can do his job.
Yeah.
And he's like seniority and all of that stuff.
How's he doing with that?
What?
The cancer?
I mean, he's cleared now, but he still's got doctor appointments. The chemo destroyed his lungs.
Oh, yeah.
So now he has trouble breathing.
What kind of cancer was it?
Lymphoma again. This
Okay.
is the second time.
Oh, yeah.
And the funny part is that he had it the first time 13 years ago.
Hmm.
Normally a 10-year mark is when you're cleared, and then he got
Yeah.
it again.
Well, yeah, that's not super unusual.
They did a bone marrow transplant and a stem cell transplant.
This time?
He was the 11th person for the stem cell transplant.
Hey, buddy, take a couple steps forward. Come on. Come on. I stand still. You said I had to stand still. Come on. Oh, my God. Come on, Manly. Am thoroughbred, must stand still. Oh,
No, don't go backward. We just moved you forward.
idiot.
But hi. He's got looser in there. No, like he's relaxed more.
Yeah. That's good. He's my choker. He chokes like twice a year.
Oh.
Especially in the summertime when it's hot.
I mean, I would probably choke in the summertime. It's fucking hot as hell.
Yeah, his food has to get soaked because he's a choke risk. I've had to give him IV Banamine twice. I've had to give him IV Banamine twice during choke incidents. Can you not?
Stop doing that, dude. Are we good on time?
Almost. A couple minutes left.
I think I have a choker and I just got so tired of calling the vet out. I just started, every time we choke, I would just shove this freaking hose down his throat.
Yeah, He scared me the last time he choked.
What happened?
It was coming out his nose.
Oh, shit.
Like, I was terrified.
Did this mess up, dude.
Yeah, I called the vet and I was like, I gave him IV Banamine and he, like, it's been 20 minutes and he still hasn't cleared it. And she was like, well, I can come out, but I'm just, like, I can just give him more Banamine. And I was like, well, I can do that. And she was like, yeah, there isn't really much. She, like,
Well, you can take the tube down your nose, too.
yeah, but she tries to avoid that because it causes inflammation and then they're, like, more likely to choke again. It causes scarring, too. So they try to avoid that unless it's really, really bad. But I was on the phone with her and he cleared it, like, as I called her. All of a sudden, he just stopped coughing.
Staring at me.
Yeah, they're ready to go out. To put them out, put their coats back on and put them out.
Yeah. The horse that I'm selling just doesn't like me. Like, every time I would touch it, I'll touch it like this, and she'll try to kick me.
Jeez.
Just
She doesn't do it with anybody else?
No, she doesn't do it with anybody else, just me. So
That's weird.
She literally doesn't like me. I don't know why. She like suddenly like flipped the switch for
Yeah.
some reason.
Your teeth are yellow. You're good.
Okay.